Welcome back to the My Muscle Connection. I just did chest today, and pretty much what I like to do post-workout is get in any vitamins that I might be on or taking, and take my creatine, and then obviously eat. So I kind of made this video already, but the quality was lower, and I just did it on my phone. But anyway, so I take a daily multivitamin, as you can see. I take omega-3 fish oils, and then a serving of glucosamine, just because I tend to injure myself a lot. So, well, not a lot, but you know, I'm getting older and just things ain't working right. So anyway, let me take this real quick. Alright, and then I also take Optimum Nutrition's creatine powder. So if you can see that there. Anyway, I have everything in like just a little cubby down there. I don't really like to have to get into it all the time, so I'll just put it in a container. And I have this is more like a 8-gram scooper, but you know, I figured I don't need to measure it every time if I have this scooper. As long as it's just barely less than full or full, I'm good to go. So I take that right away, and I try to stick to powders as much as possible. I've tried to find this. I mean, multivitamins, they don't really sell them as powders, and glucosamine, a lot of this stuff right here is kind of hard to find as powders. But obviously, anytime you get to choose a powder or a pill, always go for the powder, just because it's a lot easier for your stomach to digest and for your body to absorb. So that's the whole purpose behind that. And then obviously I'll eat something. I try to stick to chicken or fish. Well, all the basics of high protein foods. I'll try to stick to those post workout. But another thing that I like to eat is egg whites. So this is egg beaters. It has 50 grams of protein in each one. So basically I'll just grab this and then cook it up, and I don't even really got to think. It's already 50 grams right there, 0 fat, less than 1 gram of carb per serving. So that's what, 10 servings. So, you know, at max you're getting what, like 8 or 9 grams of carbs. So if you can't fit that into your macros, then I don't even like you. You need to get off this channel right now, because that's just disgusting. Anyway, I'm gonna cook this up and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna put just a couple slices of this Oscar Mayer shaved ham. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm gonna put a couple of slices of this in there. Each serving is about 8 grams of protein, so I'll probably put 1 serving or 1.5 servings. Now, a lot of people, you know, especially when they're trying to lean out, they'll weigh things. And you know what? I'm a believer in weighing things, but at the same time, it's not absolutely necessary. So let's say that you have 2 equal-sized portions of food, and they're both exactly the same. However, one is weighed and one is not. They're both going to affect you in the same exact way. It's the exact same amount of food, exact same macros. It's just that one is weighed and one is not. So I do believe that if you're newer to dieting, I would totally weigh out your food. However, you know, if you're more advanced and you've been doing this for a while, it's not absolutely necessary. But if it's your first time going anywhere below 9 or 8% body fat, if it's your first time getting below there, I would definitely recommend weighing everything out, because you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein to sustain all your muscle mass. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to be cutting too many calories. Your fats might be messed up. Your carbs might be too high. It'll take you longer to drop the weight, and then you're gonna end up doing more cardio, burning more off of your gains. You're not eating enough protein or whatever, and you could really mess that whole process up. So for beginning people, I would completely suggest that you weigh everything out. This is actually my second time going below 6% body fat. I'm still kind of on the ropes right now. I was actually kind of planning on doing the Olympia physique show, but I don't know. I'm not really confident right now to do it, but we'll see what happens. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. If I feel pretty good about everything in the week, well, I only have a week left to register, but if I feel good in the next week, I might do it. And then if I do, I'll try to get footage. If not, I'm still going to try to get footage of me going to the Olympia Expo, because hell yeah, I'm going to be there. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to put a couple slices of this in there, and I'll show you what it looks like. There you have it. So, eggs are done. Just going to stir them up just a little bit more. One thing to keep in mind though, I know that not everybody competes, but obviously sodium is a factor. It's obviously a factor if you're competing. So if you're a couple days out from a show, obviously any kind of processed foods are going to have a lot of sodium, so you got to kind of stay away from that if you're trying to really get super shrink wrap lean. But if you're still a few weeks out or whatever, or if you're just trying to get lean, the sodium it really doesn't matter. If you're fat, you're fat. If you're lean, regardless, unless you eat just ungodly amounts of sodium, then you might see it. But if you're lean, for the most part, sodium really isn't going to affect you. So, but anyway, another thing I'm going to add to it is Cholula. It's my favorite hot sauce, just because I could put a lot of it. There's no calories, and it adds a lot of flavor to it. So that's what I'm eating post-workout. Actually, let me show it to you guys real quick. It's pretty good. It's a decent sized portion you got there. So probably still gonna be hungry because there's no carbs in it. But I'll get some carbs in later. And be on the lookout. I'm gonna make a video on my night meal, and I'll tell you what, anybody who eats this meal on the regular, you're gonna make gains. You don't even have a choice. You will make gains if you eat this. So I'm a firm believer. I've made tremendous amount of gains, but I'm telling you, it's an excellent meal. I'm gonna make a video about it tonight. I'm gonna try to keep my kitchen clean. That way it doesn't look like a freaking pigsty in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like it, and yeah, be on the lookout for more stuff.